John Ulzheimer is known as one of our nation's most recognized credit experts. Having worked for 28 years in the credit industry, John has become one of the most prolific speakers about credit and the go-to authority on answers to credit-related questions. Credit Countdown with John Ulzheimer.
Hello, this is John Ulzheimer. I am a consumer credit expert. I have over 30 years of experience in the credit industry. I've spent time at Equifax, which is one of the 3 credit reporting agencies in the U.S., and FICO, which is the company behind the FICO credit scoring system. So welcome to Atlanta gridlock traffic. Thank you for joining me. So today we're going to talk about preparing your credit for the home buying process. So preparing your credit for the home buying process is, if I sit here and try to tell you how important it is, you're probably going to turn off the video because you already know how important it is. Then let me quantify how important this is. If you can reduce the interest rate on your mortgage loan by 50 basis points, so going from say 5% to 4.5% or 3% to 2.5%, you're literally going to save tens of thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. It is a really, really big deal. It's a much bigger deal than improving your credit or preparing your credit for a credit card or preparing your credit for an auto loan. Mortgages are a completely different animal because the dollar amount is so high. So every basis point you can improve that APR because you've improved your credit or prepared your credit is legitimately going to save you money every single month. And so that's money that you're not paying to a lender, that's staying in your pocket, that you can spend it on something else that's, that's more enjoyable to you than giving it to a lender. So it's a really, really big deal from a financial perspective. So how do you prepare your credit for home buying? So the mortgage application process is different and unique. There is no other process like it in consumer finance and consumer lending. Mortgage lenders are going to pull all 3 of your credit reports, not just one. They're going to pull 3 of your credit reports. They're going to pull 3 of your older FICO credit scores. They're not allowed to use VantageScore credit scores because of FHFA mandate. So even though they may want to use something other than the models that they're currently using, they really have no choice in the matter. And so you really want to be aware that the scores that are being used are really not used by any other lender in any other context, and are primarily used for mortgage lending. It's going to be really, really hard for you to go out and find those scores for free. You may have to buy them from the FICO website. But generally speaking, the better your credit report, the better your credit score, regardless of whether it's a FICO score or a Vantage score or what generation of these scores. So number one, you want to pull and check all 3 of your credit reports. You can do that for free at annualcreditreport.com. Annualcreditreport.com. Make sure you get the website correct. This is the central source for credit reports pursuant to federal law. This is a website that's been set up by the credit reporting industry, and this is where you can claim your free credit reports. So pull them, check them, all 3 of them, go through them with a fine-tooth comb, make sure that everything is correct, and you're going to want to do this probably 60 to 90 days in advance of you actually applying for some sort of a mortgage loan, because sometimes it can take time to get the information modified or corrected on your credit reports. So that's number 1, is checking your credit reports. Number 2, you want to optimize your scores. So there are certain things that are actionable and there are certain things that are not actionable. I'll give you an example. If you've got a bankruptcy on your credit report with a lot of debts that are included in the bankruptcy, you can't just snap your fingers and get rid of that stuff, okay? So you're going to have to unfortunately deal with it when you're applying for your mortgage loan, and it's going to affect your mortgage loan. Now, what is actionable? If you have a lot of credit card debt, or if you have credit card debt and you have the capacity or the ability to pay down or even pay off that credit card debt, that's what you're going to want to do prior to making your formal application, because those are the types of changes in your credit report that can really, really yield higher credit scores and accordingly much better APRs on a mortgage loan. So when do you want to start doing that? Well, you really only need to do that about 30 days prior to you making your application. What you're going to want to do, don't wait for your account don't wait for your statement to show up before you make your payment. I know that's what normally happens, but you're going to want to change your practice for this particular scenario where you're prepping for a mortgage. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make your payment in full before your statement closing date. If you're able to do that, then your statement is going to have a zero balance, and that's what's reported to the credit bureaus. And that means that you're going to have all these accounts that have no balances, you're going to have really, really low credit card utilization ratios, and your score is likely going to improve, and hopefully it improves enough to where you can really get a much better APR on that mortgage loan. Third, don't apply for credit. Mortgage lenders do not like to see recent inquiries on a credit report just before you're applying for a mortgage loan, because it can indicate that you're getting into some sort of new debt, and mortgage lenders don't like to see that. So put your credit on hiatus until you actually go out and get your mortgage loan, get your keys, close on the loan, and then you can go and continue with your normal credit acquisition types of activities. Everything that I just told you, other than paying off your credit card debt, is free. It just takes a little bit of time, and it takes a little bit of organization. So good luck with that. If you have any other questions about it, drop them in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to get to them. I appreciate you watching. Have a great rest of your day. Good luck on the mortgage loan. I hope you get your home.
For more videos and credit tips from John Ulzheimer, go to www.tradelinesupply.com.